Hello everyone, today we'll start the topic oxidation of aldehydes and ketones. So aldehydes undergo oxidation with common oxidizing agents and with mild or even mild oxidizing agent also. It can undergo oxidation with the reagents nitric acid, HNO3, potassium permanganate, that is KMnO4, and um K2Cr2O7, that is potassium dichromate. And also with the mild oxidizing agent like Tollens reagent that we will discuss later, and Fellings reagent. So these are the common oxidizing agents which are used to oxidize the aldehyde. Now aldehyde undergoes oxidation to change into corresponding carboxylic acid. That is, this aldehyde group CHO group will change into COOH group. Now we'll move on to ketones, that how they undergo oxidation. So we are taking an example of ketone. So this is our ketone RCH2 C double bond O CH2 R dash. Now first thing to note that ketones undergo oxidation under very vigorous conditions, like we have to use strong oxidizing agent and also elevated temperatures. And the aldehydes undergo under normal condition with common oxidizing agent and with even with mild oxidizing agent. So this is the difference between aldehyde and ketones oxidation. Also, in the aldehyde oxidation, the number of carbon atoms remains the same. But during the oxidation of ketone, the number of carbon atoms decreases, and you will get the mixture of carboxylic acids. So let us see how. So we are doing oxidation of this ketone, and first we have to mark it, number it. So let us take this carbon as first carbon, this is our second carbon, and this is our third carbon. So now if you uh, break the bond between C1 and C2, so this is C1 and C2, and you break it from here, then what will you get? Which carboxylic acid you will get after oxidation? You will get these two carboxylic acid. So this is formed from this one, RCOOH, right? And this is formed from another half, that is R dash CH2COOH. So we are doing the cleavage from C1 C2. So these mixture. Now next mixture is formed from the cleavage of C2 and C3 carbon atoms. So C2 and C3 cleavage will what we will get? First we will get this carboxylic acid, that is RCH2 C double bond O OH. So this is the carboxylic acid, and another carboxylic acid will be R dash CH2 uh, R dash COH, R dash COH, because there is only one carbon atom attached to R dash. So R dash COH. So this is how we do the oxidation of ketones, and you will get the mixture of carboxylic acids by the cleavage. So there can be two types of cleavage of carbon atoms here, C1 and C2 and C2 and C3, and therefore you get four types of carboxylic acid here. Uh, Next is the differentiate. How will you differentiate that you have got aldehyde or ketone? You can differentiate aldehyde or ketone by adding Tollens or Fellings reagents. So let us move on to next section. So Tollens test is used to differentiate aldehyde from ketones, because aldehydes are oxidized by Tollens reagent, but ketones are not oxidized by Tollens reagent because it is a very mild oxidizing agent. So Tollens reagent is what it is. Uh, its name is ammoniacal silver nitrate solution. The name of the Tollens reagent is ammoniacal silver nitrate solution. So if you warm the solution of aldehyde with this ammoniacal silver nitrate solution, then your aldehyde will get oxidized. So this solution, the Tollens reagent include the AgNH3 whole twice plus complex. So this is a complex, or this is known as diamine silver 1 complex. So this is known as diamine silver 1. So this is the complex ion, and this is the Tollens test occurs in alkaline medium. So OH negative ions are also shown. So we are adding aldehyde, then diamine silver 1 complex ion, and then the OH negative ion in alkaline medium. Then what will happen? This aldehyde will get oxidized to carboxylate ion RCO negative, and silver metal will be produced, that is Ag, and water and ammonia NH3. So this silver metal is responsible for giving the silver colored solution. So when you add Tollens reagent to aldehyde, you will get silver colored solution due to the presence of silver. So this is how you can test experimentally that you have got aldehyde instead of ketone, because if you add Tollens reagent to ketone, then the solution will not turn silver, because there is no such reaction occurring in the case of ketone. So therefore this Tollens test is used to distinguish aldehydes from ketones. Next is Fehling test. Fehling test is also the same. It also differentiates aldehyde from ketone. So let us see how. So in Fehling's text also, because this is a mild oxidizing agent, here also aldehydes get oxidized with this Fehling's reagent, but ketones do not get oxidized with Fehling's reagent. Therefore, we can differentiate the aldehydes from ketones. So this is our aldehyde, and this Fehling's reagent is made up of Fehling solution A and Fehling solution B. So Fehling solution A is copper sulfate. Fehling solution A is copper sulfate. This is Fehling solution A, and Fehling solution B is what? It is sodium potassium tartrate. So Fehling solution B contains sodium potassium tartrate, or it is also known as Rochelle salt. What is it? Rochelle salt. So these are Fehling solution A and Fehling solution B. Now they are mixed in equal amounts. Then your Fehling's reagent is prepared, and then you add it to the aldehyde and warm the solution. When you add to the aldehyde, then active reagents which are reacting will be copper 2 plus and OH negative. So these are the active ions and aldehyde. Then you will get oxidized product, that is carboxylate ion RCOO negative and Cu2O, that is, this is the oxide of copper, and it is red brown colored precipitate. So this indicates that your solution contains aldehyde, because then only you will get this red brown PPT and water. So this is how we can differentiate the ketones and aldehyde, because ketones do not produce red brown PPT because it doesn't go oxidation with this reagent. So this was about the oxidation of aldehydes and ketones. It is an important topic regarding your 12th class and also for your competitive exams and for higher classes also. So please revise it and learn it properly. So we will meet in next lecture. Thank you.